Can you recall your best friend's phone number without looking at your phone? How about your home address from 5 years ago? In today's hyper-connected world, we rarely rely on our memory for such information. We have become overly reliant on our smartphones, those sleek little devices that have become extensions of ourselves. But at what cost? While undeniably useful, these pocket powerhouses may be subtly eroding our memory and cognitive abilities. This phenomenon, known as digital amnesia, is characterized by our increasing dependence on technology to store and retrieve information that we once effortlessly committed to memory. Birthdays, anniversaries, appointments, all these details are now just a tap away, readily available on our smartphones. But as we outsource our memory to these devices, we risk weakening the very faculties that define our intelligence and humanity. Digital amnesia, a term coined in recent years, describes the experience of forgetting information that we have stored on our digital devices. We've become so used to having instant access to this information that we no longer feel the need to remember it ourselves. It's as if our brains have outsourced the task of remembering to our smartphones. We've all been there, struggling to recall a phone number we've dialed 100 times, or drawing a blank when asked for a friend's birthday. Research by Kaspersky Lab, the cybersecurity firm, found that a significant percentage of people rely on their devices to remember basic information. The study revealed that over half of the adults surveyed could not recall their children's phone numbers without checking their phones. This reliance on technology, while seemingly innocuous, has far-reaching implications for our cognitive abilities. Our brains are constantly adapting to the environment and the demands we place upon them. Just like a muscle that atrophies without use, our memory weakens when we fail to exercise it regularly. When we habitually rely on our smartphones to store and retrieve information, we deny our brains the opportunity to encode and consolidate memories. The neural pathways responsible for memory formation weaken, and our ability to recall information diminishes. Moreover, the constant distractions and interruptions of the digital age further impair our ability to form lasting memories. With every notification, every email, every social media update, our attention is pulled in 1,000 different directions. This fragmented attention span makes it difficult for our brains to focus on and retain information effectively. The ubiquity of search engines like Google has profoundly altered the way we think and remember. Instead of committing information to memory, we simply remember where to find it. This phenomenon, known as the Google effect, has been the subject of numerous studies. Researchers have found that when people expect to have access to information later, they are less likely to remember it. This is because our brains are wired to prioritize efficiency. Why expend precious cognitive resources on memorizing something that can be easily retrieved with a few taps on a screen? While this may seem like a clever adaptation, it comes at a cost. By offloading our memory onto external devices, we weaken our innate cognitive abilities and become overly dependent on technology. Section 5. Telltale signs of a digital mind. Digital amnesia manifests in subtle but telling ways. Do you find yourself panicking when your phone's battery dies? Do you frequently forget appointments or commitments unless they are entered into your digital calendar? Do you feel the urge to check your phone every few minutes, even when you are engaged in other activities? These are all classic signs of digital amnesia, indicating an over-reliance on technology and a weakening of memory. While these symptoms may seem harmless, they can have a significant impact on our work, relationships, and overall well-being. Section 6. The real-world fallout. The consequences of digital amnesia extend far beyond the occasional forgotten birthday. Our dwindling attention spans, fueled by constant digital distractions, make it increasingly difficult to focus on complex tasks, engage in meaningful conversations, or simply be present in the moment. This can lead to reduced productivity, strained relationships, and an overall sense of mental fatigue. Furthermore, our reliance on technology to solve problems for us may be hindering our ability to think critically and creatively. When we become accustomed to having instant answers at our fingertips, we may be less likely to engage in the kind of deep analytical thinking that is essential for problem solving and innovation. Section 7. Reclaiming our cognitive birthright. Despite the challenges posed by the digital age, there are steps we can take to strengthen our memory and reclaim our cognitive birthright. One effective strategy is to practice active recall, which involves retrieving information from memory without looking it up. This can be as simple as trying to remember the main points of a book you just read, or recalling the details of a conversation you had earlier in the day. Another helpful technique is to make a conscious effort to memorize small pieces of information, such as phone numbers, addresses, or shopping lists. By challenging our brains to remember these details, we strengthen the neural pathways involved in memory formation. Section 8. Mindfulness, the antidote to digital distraction. In our hyper-connected world, it's easy to get swept up in the constant stream of information and notifications. Practicing mindfulness, the art of being fully present in the moment, can help us break free from this digital deluge and regain control of our attention. Taking regular breaks from our devices, engaging in mindful activities like meditation or yoga, and simply being more intentional about our technology use can all help us cultivate a healthier relationship with the digital world. By incorporating mindfulness into our daily lives, we can train our minds to focus on the present moment, reducing stress and improving our ability to concentrate and remember information. Section 9. Engaging the mind, enriching life. Our brains are remarkable organs, capable of extraordinary feats of memory and cognition. But like any muscle, they need regular exercise to stay sharp. By making a conscious effort to engage our minds, we can strengthen our memory, improve our focus, and enhance our overall cognitive abilities. Let's embrace the power of technology while also nurturing the incredible potential of our own minds. After all, a life enriched by both technology and mindful engagement is a life well lived.